Hi everyone, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today's video is a review of Everything Everywhere All at Once. It released in the USA just over a year ago on March 25th, 2022. It was directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, aka The Daniels. The film follows Evelyn Quan Wang and her family drama across the multiverse. Before I hop into my review, if you want to support the channel, please take a second to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will love you forever and ever. As a warning, this review will contain spoilers, so continue at your own risk. Lastly, if there's something you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know so I can get to it. Thank you. We're hopping in 3, 2, 1. Evelyn is a first-generation Asian American and is married to Waymond. They own a laundromat and have a daughter, Joy, who is quite literally the opposite of anything joyous. I'm sorry, she was hands down my least favorite character. But anyways, Evelyn is so caught up in her own world that she fails to see her family is falling apart. It's tragic, it really is. The IRS audits the laundromat, Waymond serves her divorce papers, Evelyn sucks at her hobbies, her father is staying with them, and her daughter is isolated. Things are spiraling out of control, and that's when the film really gets interesting. We're introduced to the multiverse. In the film, there are two main universes. There is the universe with Evelyn that we've been following, and there is the Alphaverse, where verse jumping was invented. There are tons of universes in between, but these two are the most important. In the Alphaverse, Evelyn was a genius and developed verse jumping, but pushed her daughter Joy to extensively verse jump. This fractured Joy's mind, and she became Jobu, a being that can experience all universes at once, verse jump at will, and manipulate matter. She is very nihilistic and makes it her goal to destroy every universe, and I thought she was an awesome version of Joy. With all of that context out of the way, here is a super condensed version of what happens next. Our Evelyn experiences bizarre skills and memories as she verse jumps with the help of Alpha Waymond. She fractures her own mind, meets Jobu, and almost gives into nihilism. She's saved by the true hero of the film, Waymond. Throughout the film, and despite the chaos, Waymond has been a kind and loving person to everyone around him, and his little actions are what give this film meaning. He embodies everything that is fallacious and incorrect about nihilism. I'll be honest, I hate nihilism. I think it's a stupid viewpoint that uses fallacious reasoning and it can't stand on its own. The absence of meaning has meaning. Not only that, it only takes one person to find life meaningful before nihilism falls apart. Everything Everywhere All at Once shows us this. Waymond finds kindness meaningful, which in turn gives Evelyn meaning, which in turn gives Jobu meaning. On the surface, nihilism seems logical and true, but it's not. It's a cop-out. I'm sorry to bag on nihilism so much, but I will die on my hill. I see no benefits to nihilism because it keeps broken and depressed people broken and depressed, and it contributes to suicide rates. Again, the film portrays this nicely with Joy and Jobu. Moving on to some other themes, I love the portrayal of being a first-generation American. I'm a first-generation American, and I was able to see a lot of parallels between the Wang family and my own. The concept of building a life from literally nothing will always be beautiful to me. I have so much respect for the first-generation Americans that push to do so. I love the montages in the film as Evelyn and Waymond build their business and life together, one step at a time. I also love the identity crisis as Evelyn struggles to blend her Asian heritage with American life. People back home will never understand why you do the things you do, believe the things you believe, and that's okay. I touched on this already, but I want to repeat it again. The little things you do matter. They truly matter. The smile you give a stranger, the kind words you tell someone, all of it. It all matters, and it makes a difference to someone, even if it's not you. Waymond was the hero of the year for me. Something that blew me away in this film was the cinematography. It was hands down the most beautiful and visually creative film of 2022. There were incredible camera angles and continuous shots. This movie serves as an example that less is more. Adding to the fun, the scene transitions were also seamless. The editing never broke my immersion in the film. One of my favorite shots was when Evelyn and Jobu were rocks on a cliff. Despite my hate for nihilism, this scene did a good job of conveying that nothing matters. Another thing I really enjoyed was seeing footage from Michelle Yeoh's life. Seeing the paparazzi footage was and helped make the movie feel more authentic. Speaking of Michelle Yeoh, holy shit. Her acting was incredible. She definitely earned her Oscar. She truly brings Evelyn to life, and I'm grateful for her portrayal. However, in my eyes, even better was Ke Kwan. I was literally stunned at the performance my boy Short Round gave us. What impressed me the most is the fact that he quit acting for 20 years, came back, did this film, and crushed it. He absolutely deserved his Oscar for his supporting role. His chemistry with Michelle made me laugh and tear up and pray their marriage held. I also enjoyed the acting by Stephanie Hugh, Jamie Lee Curtis, and James Hong. I didn't think it was amazing, but it was dang good. While I'm on the topic of things that were dang good, the dialogue was phenomenal. There were some powerful lines in the film.
如果有来生，我还是会选择和你一起报税，开始一点。
I'll be honest, that line probably hit me the hardest. Here's another line I really enjoyed.
What are you talking about? There is always something to love. Even in a stupid, stupid universe where we have hot dogs for fingers.
And here's one more for good measure.
多情自古空余恨，好梦由来追忆醒。
Beautiful. Just beautiful. Some other things that I really enjoyed but thought could use just a teensy weensy amount of improvement were the outfits, CGI, combat, and soundtrack. I loved Jobu's outfits, but some of them felt so out of place that they took away from what was going on. I also wasn't impressed with the CGI for the everything bagel. It almost gave me Marvel vibes. Almost. I thought the fighting in the film was really cool. I liked seeing Alpha Waymond kick ass, but it was a tad bit cheesy. Lastly, I know the soundtrack was great, but as I went through my notes, I didn't have anything written down, which is not a good sign. However, I'm going to assume that was my fault, and I'm not going to be harsh on that aspect of the film. All of these things did not make the film bad, but I thought they'd be worth pointing out. Overall, I was greatly impressed with what the Daniels put together. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a visually stunning movie with a great story and fun multiverse exploration. Strangely enough, I think a big part of why I love this movie is because it reminded me a lot of Rick and Morty.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
They both have infinite universes, bizarre situations, nihilistic viewpoints, and some serious family drama. I'm not saying it's a one-for-one, but there are a ton of similarities, and I'm here for it. This film had some thought-provoking themes and dialogue, which I greatly appreciated. The acting by Michelle Yeoh and Ke Kwan floored me. They both deserved Oscars. The creative use of camera angles, cinematography, and editing helped put together one of 2022's best films. I initially rated this movie a 9.8 out of 10, but the more I think about it, this movie really is a 10 out of 10. I would highly recommend watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. It will make you laugh, question life, cry, and have hope. Thank you for listening to my review of Everything Everywhere All at Once. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the content, thank you for sticking around. You're a trooper. I truly appreciate it. If you agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comments. I'd love to read what you have to say. And if there's anything you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know so I can get to it. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast, Friends with Benefits. My name is Diego, and I will see you next time.